When you first enter the scrubbing room, you should find and set up your equipment. There are 3 things that you will need. 1. A mask. Put on a visor mask. This should cover your mouth and nose. 2. A gown. And 3. A pair of gloves, making sure you've picked the correct size. Take a scrubbing brush. As you can see, there is a brush on one side and a sponge on the other. There is also a nail pick in this container. Open the packet and leave the brush resting in its container by the sink. There are 8 steps to scrubbing in. 1. Washing your hands and forearms for the first time. Turn on the taps. You can use your hands, but from now on, use only your elbows to manoeuvre the taps and solution dispenser to ensure an aseptic technique. Rinse your hands and forearms with warm water. Then, using 3 doses of scrub solution, wash thoroughly from fingertips to elbows for 1 minute. Make sure you always keep your hands elevated above your elbows to avoid recontamination of the hands once they have been washed. Two. Cleaning your nails. Firstly, lather your hands and forearms with scrubbing solution. Then, take the nail pick and clean each nail in turn, rinsing the pick after each nail. The pick should later be discarded in the sharps bin. For now, you can rest it by the sink. Then rinse your hands and forearms. Now's the time to pick up the brush. Apply scrub solution and water to the brush and scrub your nails on both hands. Lastly, rinse your hands and forearms. 3. Washing your hands and forearms for the second time. This time, wash your arms from the hands to your elbow using the scrub solution and then rinse off. Make sure you pay particular attention to cleaning your hands in this step. This should take 3 minutes. 4. Turn off the taps. Do this with your elbows, remembering to keep your hands elevated. 5. Drying your arms. Now you can turn towards your equipment. At the top of the gown packet, there should be 2 white towels. Dry each arm in turn, using a different towel for each arm. The skin should be blotted dry, starting at the fingertips and working down towards the elbows. You should not move the towel back up the arm. Then, discard the towel immediately after use.
Gowning. Locate the neck of the gown and apply a pincer grip with the thumb and forefinger to each side, being careful not to touch the outside of the gown. With the remaining fingers, pick up the folded gown and move away from the trolley. While retaining the pincer grip at the neck of the gown, allow it to unfold. Do not shake the gown, as this causes turbulence, resulting in debris rising from the floor which can contaminate the hands or the front of the gown. Moving your hands and arms outwards, locate the sleeves and move your hands and arms into them. Be aware of your surroundings during this procedure. An assistant will loosely tie your gown at the back, being careful not to touch the front of your gown. At no time should you allow your hands to exit the cuffed end of the sleeve. Now, fold a portion of the cuffs inwards to allow you to perform the closed gloving method.
Open gloving technique. It is used when changing a glove during a procedure, when performing a procedure that requires only the use of sterile gloves. The technique is skin by skin and glove to glove. Scrub hands must not touch the outside surface of the glove. Expose both gloves by folding back the edge of the inner wrapper. Using the thumb and the first 2 fingers of the non-dominant hand, grasp the folded edge of the glove cuff for the dominant hand, touching only the inside surface of the glove. Stepping away from the sterile field, carefully pull the glove over the dominant hand. Avoid skin contact with the outside surface of the glove. Using the gloved hand, slide the fingers under the cuff of the second glove. Stepping away from the sterile field, pull the second glove over the non-dominant hand, keeping the cuff folded over the glove. Adjust the gloves as necessary.
For the open gloving technique, we start with our glove pack. Open it. Open the inside glove pack and set it down on a clean surface. Open the glove pack. Put your fingers in these side flaps and open the pack. It's also a good idea to make a small fold because that helps keep the pack open. Grab the glove that will go on your dominant hand and slip your fingers in, but don't pull the cuff down. Then you pick up the other glove, inserting your fingers in the cuff, and slip the other glove on in a similar fashion. You draw the cuff over your sleeve or your hand, slip your fingers under the opposite cuff, and adjust that cuff, and you're done.
Closed gloving technique. Preferred method used at the beginning of procedure. Prevent contamination of gown and gloves. Hands only touch the inside of the gown and gloves. Can be done without assistance. With the hand covered by the sleeve of the gown, use the dominant hand to grasp the folded cuff of the glove for the non-dominant hand. Without hand touching the outside of the glove, place the glove inverted in the palm of the non-dominant hand with the opening of the glove pointed towards the finger. The non-dominant hand grabs the bottom fold of the cuff while the dominant hand grabs the upper fold of the cuff and pulls the glove over the end of the sleeve. Adjust the glove as necessary with the dominant hand. Glove the dominant hand in the same manner. Pick up the glove by grasping the folded cuff. Place the glove in the dominant hand with the glove opening pointing towards the finger. Repeat the glove application process. Adjust glove for the comfort and fit, taking care to keep glove hand above waist level. If glove hands fall below the waist level, they are no longer sterile.